What you're about to witness is one streamer's descent into madness as he misplays, drinks his way through a vintage challenge, and top eights anyways. I'm sorry. Okay, welcome back, vintage gamers, to a challenge with Fantasticar. Quick update on where we're at in the Fantasticar world. It is now Friday, the Friday challenge. So we have all of those Raker Shops 5-0s that we talked about before. Not as many actually in the next couple of days, but a lot of it is because you play a bunch of mirror matches and then you can't always win those, so it's a little bit tougher. And then we also had yesterday's challenge where things were bad. Yesterday, there were 11 Raker Shops players, and 10 of them placed in the top 32 with a 62.5% overall win rate and something like a estimated 67.5 non-mirror win rate. So quite the showing, really strong performance for the first iteration here of challenge results. There has been some innovation from other players. You can see here Andy, very powerful wizard, did some nice changes to his blue-black Lurrus list, including 2 consigned memories in the main, 4 force of negation, 3 mind break trap, 4 spell pierce, and a total of 4 null rods in the 75. So there is room here for players to metagame and to exploit the deck. And that is my current general consensus on the deck for me. Is that I think this deck is the strongest thing you can be doing. However, it absolutely has bad or close matchups and decks that are like Doomsday and Jewel that have a force and can present turn 1 kills are really, really strong against it. I don't actually think Mono White is actually that good against it, but the Void Mirror on the play can be good against it. So the thing you're going to end up with here is a metagame that's like very narrow and heavily polarized, where you'll have people playing Raker Shops, people playing to beat Raker Shops, and then like a small smattering of everything else. And the question is going to be like, do the decks that beat Raker Shops, are they good enough against everything else? Like obviously Andy here has a very tuned version for Raker, but if this deck plays up against mono white or something like that, is it going to be playable? That's like the big question, right? So I don't think that this deck is unbeatable or like too good in that sense. Like you can beat it. The problem is, what is it going to do to the metagame? And it kind of reminds me very pointedly of Karnforge. Karnforge was a deck that was extremely powerful. There were decks that could beat it, Bug. And so you ended up with a 3-deck metagame where there were Karnforge players, there were Bug players, and there were Dredge players, which is a metagame that the majority of vintage players did not enjoy, and it was quickly met with the restrictions of Karn and Mystic Forge. Something like that could occur here, for sure. I need to get practice with this deck if I want to try to play it at the Oklahoma Land Run, which will be coming up soon. So what am I changing since my last stream? My last stream was the third 5-0. I've actually done very poorly since the third 5-0. I've lost a lot of leagues, but it's mostly because I've lost almost every mirror match. And I'm not exactly sure why that is. It could be variance. Maybe I'm not mulliganing enough. We'll have to take an eye on that as we power through the day here. I've cut the 2 Tolarian Academies. Sorry, not Tolarian Academies. Never cut Tolarian Academy. I've cut the 2 Talon Gates for another City of Traders instead, to maximize our potential of Fantasticaring and Tezzeretting and everything. I've added a Mental Misstep to the deck, Sick Draw's idea, to try to help on the draw in the mirror and to protect our important 1-drops. Can also help trade the Fantasticar in minor scenarios. And then I've added an Engineered Explosives as a way to blow up a bunch of cars on the draw, and also is a 0-drop for Fantasticar. A little bit odd to play our color Engineered Explosives in our colorless deck, but I felt like Engineered Explosives was slightly better than playing Ratchet Bomb, which was the other thing I was considering in a similar spot. I have added the 3 defense grids to the sideboard so that I can still bring these in against blue. There's a really big problem happening right now where I think you need the defense grids to be like super good against blue decks. You really want the defense grids, and like when you have the defense grids, you're incredible against blue decks. The problem is the defense grids are basically a blank in the mirror, and if there's enough of the mirror, then I don't think you want defense grids in the main, so it's a little tough. So that's why I have a bunch of defense grids on the board. I'm keeping all of my Dredge hate because it just seems like people will play Dredge anyways, and Dredge didn't even do that badly in the last challenge, so we have that. Null Rods and Traps for the Mirror and Jewel, Dismembers for Mono White and Oof, and then Masticores for Null Rod decks, basically. So, looks like we've got Crazy Diamond, maybe on the Stifle Not Brew. We'll see you in round 1 of this Vintage Challenge. The Oklahoma Land Run returns in 2026 on July 10th through 12th at the Reed Convention Center in Oklahoma City. Play Friday Team Trios, Saturday Legacy for a Mox Sapphire, and Sunday Vintage for a Mox Emerald. Event links can be found in the description below. I hope to see you there. Let's battle. Okay, here we are, round 1. We lost the die roll, but our opponent is on Lurrus. Is his Stifle Not deck a Lurrus deck? Probably is the case. No, his last Stifle Not list was a Clarion Conqueror deck, so Crazy Diamond is one of the more eccentric brewers in Vintage, so we'll see what he has for us here. We have City of Traders, Mana Vault, Fantasticar, Opal, which doesn't get us there, but we also have City of Traders, Mana Vault, One Ring. So a lot of options here. We're going to keep it and see what our 8th card gives us. Black Lotus start. Underground Sea. Could go like Frog Null Run. Pass the turn. Workshop. Does Workshop change anything? Technically, Workshop could let us trigger Fantasticar with Fantasticar. So now we could go Workshop, Mana Vault, Fantasticar, Opal. Opal is on 2 extra mana. Fantasticar, trigger Fantasticar, get 16 power, and have a new Fantasticar. Could also just go Workshop, Mana Vault, One Ring. We are probably getting a spell countered here. I think I'm into the new line that has opened up, but I suspect we will get countered. Could be Spell Pierces, Negations, whatever. I would like to like follow up with a ring after we deploy some Fantasticars, but if they're gonna go for our mana, that is also acceptable. Yeah, I mean, we can do that on the next turn unless we get Wastelanded. I still want to put down like powerful plays. I feel like just going Workshop. Oh, well, that's basically the worst thing that can happen to us. The matches I have found the hardest are the ones where my opponent opens with Ancestral and Lotus, and this is one of those. So... Yeah. Not me might have been right, though. Workshop Fantasticar would have been the best play. It was not the strongest play, but it was the bait play. I think that's only true if I get Wastelanded, but the chance I get Wastelanded, pretty high, so... We have Mox City Car, but that doesn't let us enable Car, so I'm not really a huge fan. But what are my other options? I could go Mox Opal Academy Car. Again, not great. So I kind of did pigeonhole myself here by not just casting Fantasticar and having no ability to flip it on turn 1. So maybe a mistake. But yeah, counter into Wasteland was definitely the punish for going Mana Vault. Whereas if I had let my opponent just, yeah, I don't know. I always want to do something powerful, but maybe you don't always really have that choice here. My opponent has to make a choice here on their counter magic. Do they think I can flip it? Do they care about a 4/4 that attacks most turns? I've been very impressed with the 4/4 flying body of the Fantasticar. Actually, I think I undersold how good that would be. I said, you know, it'd be okay, but a 4/4 flyer that doesn't get turned off by Null Rod is quite strong. Attacks Karns and Tezzerets and all kind of things. But yeah, I kind of agree that I kind of punted this game with not leading Workshop Fantasticar with no ability to flip. Seems like a bad misplay to start the challenge. Though my opponent's Spell Pierce, Ancestral, Strip Mine, Lotus Hand is going to be hard to beat regardless. Blue decks can absolutely still compete. It's just all right, this is a really good exchange for us. We got Lotus and Negation taken for just a card that wasn't having any chance of flipping here. Not no chance of flipping, right? Like, if we had 2 Moxen, we could flip, and we almost have that. But the opponent doesn't know that we can't flip it. So they're kind of forced to counter it. Okay, no more secondary Wasteland. Mana Crypt is actually an incredible draw. So I can go Mana Crypt here to play around Negation, to play around second Spell Pierce. Fantasticar as my threat. Opal into Academy Ring. Flip my Fantasticar. And if they do counter this, we should hopefully resolve our ring. So yeah, I think in most cases, like, you just like have to counter it, which is why it's so good. Like, it's not like you can't beat this card with removal and counters. It's just the rest of the deck is waiting, lying in wait for you to counter the card. All right, I got main deck consigned. So this seems like it's the Montolio list. I still would like to play around. I mean, there were main deck Mindbreak traps, right? Let's go look at the Montolio list again. It was main deck consigns, main deck Mindbreak traps, main deck pierces. So I think I am supposed to pass the turn here. I feel like running into a Mindbreak trap would be game over when we don't have to do that. There were Bowmasters in this deck, which we should keep in mind. I think this list is very well tuned to beat Carr, so is that a May? No, that's not a May. That's an actual factual Black Widow. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player exiles a card from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card. You may put a 1/1 counter on Black Widow. If you don't, you may cast the exiled non-land card until end of turn and mana of any type. So it's like a Ragavan. Weird. So classic Crazy Diamond is doing some brewing. Didn't get this wastelanded. I was kind of hoping they would just like wasteland this, but this is the matchup where I wish I had like 2 or 3 main deck grids. The problem is I just don't know that I'm allowed to play main deck grids if like Fantasticar is 30% of the field, right? That's my problem. They have hardcast negation up. Could be Bowmaster, could be hardcast negation. I'm going to play a Mox Pearl out to play around Spell Pierce, and then I'm just going to play a One Ring. Let's see if they have a counter, if they have a Bowmaster. They did cast Ancestral in this game, so they recouped a lot of their losses here. We put 2 Fantasticars on the stack and a Mana Vault and a One Ring. Will they have 4 total counter spells? Yeah, I think that makes sense. Like, I wasn't playing, yep, Force. I got Talon Gates in this list, so. Yep, there was a Mindbreak Trap. So I think we successfully played around Mindbreak Trap. but unfortunately, opponent still had force and a bowmaster. 1 card left. All right. It's gonna be a hard game to win for sure, but we do have draws. Most of our restricted cards are good draws. Forge, Karn, like our restricted like non-mana producing things. Forge, Karn. Car is still okay draw. Rings are great draws. Tezzeret's a decent draw, though it's gonna be hard for us to do like any kind of top kill through a bowmaster. But I think it's going to be always tough to beat an Ancestral Lotus start out of a dedicated blue deck, especially with main deck Mindbreak Trap, main deck counter target artifacts. So that is kind of the level of polarization that we are seeing from winning Frog decks. So I assume this is Merchant Scroll for another counter spell. So we're going to have to draw 2 back-to-back ones probably, because there's no real, unless they play like a Dig Through Time in their deck, there's no real draw spell they can get here. Could just be the second Consign to Memory, right? That seems like a pretty good choice. Yep, second Consign to Memory. And a Wasteland. All right. It's going to be a tough one. We have a Mana Crypt in play as well. They're considering not Wastelanding so they can hold up Consign when they get Lurrus next turn. Because they do have a Black Lotus and a Black Widow. Well, we put a bunch of spells on the stack. But Ancestral Recall is still Ancestral Recall. That's not a bad card to draw, depending on how they tap. Like, if they buy Lurrus and only have 1 Consign up, and I draw, like, a ring... However, if they have Replicate up, then not so much. Oh, they drew Saga for turn. So now they can double. They can Replicate. Or they might choose to Wasteland me. Oh, they're going to Wasteland me. Okay. So this is our 1 turn window. Nope, they're not going to Wasteland me. Okay. We are dead. Okay, so blue-black, entirely geared to beat us. Deck. What do I want it to play? I want to play Masticores, and I want to play Needle, and I want to play Defense Grid, is how I've been boarding for this. I'm going to take out Engineered Explosives, Chalice of the Void. I'm going to take out Mental Misstep. I'm going to take out a key, a ring, and a Karn. Maybe just 2 keys and a Karn. I don't know. That's like not really what I want Misstep for, but that is a compelling argument. I mean, I'm really like trying to use Defense Grid to beat Consign, right? I just feel like Misstep is dead so often, where I am mostly using Misstep as a way to try to bridge the on the draw mirror, is what I'm using Misstep for. There are very few free counter spells you can play in your colorless deck, so I don't know. Something like this seems fine. I mean, maybe you could keep a ring and play 1 less top, but because there are 4 Bowmaster, might not be unwise. All right, we're looking for a strong opener or a Defense Grid opener. Nope, no mana. Too much mana, but probably a keep. Blue-black should have a hard time dealing with Masticore if we can resolve it. I should have led with an Ancient Tomb. This was a really bad artifact choice. Really bad land choice, I should say. I should lead on Ancient Tomb so that on the next turn I could go Workshop City if they get Wasteland me. I've had some really rough times mulliganing in the last few leagues. Just like haven't had good hands, and it's really hard to win the mirror without good hands. Don't know if that means I front loaded a bunch of my variants or what. Do I want to play a Time Vault? I think that's fine. See if I get Wastelanded. Didn't get Wastelanded, but that means they can consign my Masticore, so. Or they can play a Null Rod, or they can play a Frog. Null Rod. All right, well, this is the best case scenario for me. My opponent used a Force pitching Spell Pierce on my turn 1 Bauble, so I can just jam an Argenta Masticore. I can't kill the Null Rod, but I don't really need to kill the Null Rod, to be fair. All right, Masticore is in. How does this deck remove Masticore? 1 Momentum Breaker, maybe 2 Snuff Outs. They had another Ancestral. That's not good. They missed on a land drop, though. Black Lotus. It's blue-black, so... My assumption is Crazy Diamond took the Montolio list and then just put some fun ofs in it to test out. Another missed land drop. Could have Snuff Out here though. I guess I would rather ditch Lotus than City, but maybe that's not true. All right, I have I am 100% on the Masticore train here because I am not have anything else. Opponent missed a land drop again. Did they pitch a Mox here maybe? They pitched a Frog. Okay. Flush Raker. Well, we can't play that and keep our Masticore, but we can kill a Null Rod if we want, which is something. So yeah, like I said, I misplayed in this game. I led with the wrong land, but we got lucky. Opponent's Ancestral bricked and our Masticore soloed, so we'll take it. We'll take it. All right, let's run it back. So we went 1-1 versus Ancestral Recall. Not bad. See what we can do here. Hopefully we have a nice hand, because our hands so far haven't been amazing. This one's pretty good if we don't get Null Rotted, so... Island go. What is my sequencing? Saga, Jet, Grid? Saga, Jet, Mana Crypt, Grid. Saga, Jet, Mana Crypt, Monolith, Grid, Tezzeret. I don't think we can really play around everything, right? So we have Spell Pierce, Consign, and Mindbreak Trap. I think we want to make sure that our Mana Crypt doesn't get Spell Pierced. So my idea here is Saga, Jet, Defense Grid. Well, let's do Jet, Saga, Defense Grid. I could just go Mana Crypt Go. That way I can't get Consign. I can't get Spell Pierced. But I only want to continue playing spells if my opponent taps out of Pierce. Sorry, if Grid resolves. Because, like, Mind Break Trap's a huge problem now. But I also, like, don't want to not cast my spells and then get null rotted, right? Like, that's a huge problem. So I kind of just have to cast all my spells. It's kind of, I think it's like just a lose-lose spot for me because I don't have the extra mana. So I think I just need to cast all my spells and not play around trap or anything. Do my best to play around Spell Pierce. Because if I do nothing and then I get null rotted, I'm just gonna lose, right? So I need to make positive plays here. I guess I'm probably still gonna lose to null rot no matter what. So maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe that doesn't actually count. I guess Tez could ulti theoretically against the null rod here. Monolith Tez, untap, Monolith top is 6. So if this resolves, we could do all that and try to get to a Tez ult is our way to beat a null rod. But opponent should probably have some kind of counter magic here. Maybe they're choosing which one to use, or this makes me feel like my opponent does not have Mind Break Trap, because if they had a Mind Break Trap, they would have just cast it on grid, right? So if they had a Mind Break Trap, I think we can rule out Mind Break Trap. So the thing that it might be is my opponent might have a Spell Pierce and a Consign. Or maybe they're interested in, like, would Spell Pierce tap me out for the turn so they can just slam grid. If my opponent Spell Pierces this, I'm probably... So my opponent forced this. Pitching Spell Pierce. Okay. What does that mean? Do we think that means they have nothing? I'm playing a monolith. If they have a second Spell Pierce, they have a second Spell Pierce. That's fine. I think I'm just supposed to play everything. No, if they had a Mind Break Trap, they would have just fired it off on grid. So I would never make a Mind Break Trap read here. If they have a Mind Break Trap and, like, they fake the pause or did something considerate, then, like, so be it. So I'm going to play all of my stuff and try to ultimate Tez. Wait, should I just... I should just spin and draw and try to find something to ultimate Tez this turn, right? It's got to be my best way. Anything that costs less. I think I should spin. I could blind draw, but... Monolith Lotus. I guess I would rather have another Monolith, maybe? Oh, I should... Oh, now we're doing this. Oh, I already used it. Okay. I still think this is correct. Maybe it's not. This way, I can actually draw top, play top next turn, and Tez ulti, and keep my Tez, right? So, like, even if my opponent goes Null Rod, I go top off of Saga, ultimate Tezzeret, and then I have a Tezzeret ultimate with 3 creatures possible. So, like, I think they need to needle my Tezzeret, if they have a needle, I guess. Oh, man, let's go! I feel like I played this turn really well. All right, so now I play my new... They could counter this, technically. And then I'll ultimate Tez. And then I'll stand up Mana Crypt. Attack. Yeah, I think if we didn't go all in, we would lose. Oh, this means we're going to draw a Lotus instead of a Monolith. So I did fuck up my top spin. I fucked up my top spin because my top spin, it should have been Monolith, Workshop, Lotus. So because I'm going to draw a Lotus now instead of a Workshop, and I would much rather have a Workshop, right? I can needle something. What could my opponent demonic tutor for that would beat me here? I mean, a Hercules recall for sure, but do we think they have a Hercules recall? Is there anything I can do that actually stops my opponent in any meaningful way? No, Hercules recall would be pretty bad for me. I mean, it would be a really, you're right. I still get to play the game. I think let me load that list up again just in case there's something I'm missing. Momentum breaker, no. All right, I don't think there's anything I'm missing, so probably just Frog, I guess. Do I hold my Lotus? So I actually think I should stand up a non... This doesn't really matter. This doesn't really matter. So I think I'm just supposed to push damage. Pre-combat push damage. I really wish I had ordered my thing correctly, but I'm gonna hold the... I guess holding Lotus doesn't really do anything, so I guess I will just play the Lotus. Does any of these things have summoning sickness? The Needle and the Lotus do. The top does not. So I think the top is better. Take 7. Could get pushed, I guess. I don't know what they DT'd for. That's the question. All right, let's see if they DT'd for like a Hercules recall. If they Hercules recall me, I might be able to get another Tezalt. 1, 2. I'm 1 short of another Tezalt. They're passing the turn. Maybe they have a Bowmaster, 2 blocks. It's crazy diamond. Anything could happen. But not anything because there is still a Lurrus revealed. So we can't get energy fluxed, which would be very bad for us. This card is really cool. It's like perfect power level in my opinion for vintage. It does really sweet things. I'm a fan. Yeah, don't know. I need to pick up some proxy cards and have Nick draw me things. Lost another mana crypt flip. My mana crypt is racing my freaking Tez creatures. We get Bowmaster Twistered and lose this game. I guess, yeah, Bowmaster, block, they go to 1, Twister, kill me. That would lose us this game. Is it Hercules? Oh, F3. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was, yeah, my bad. That might lose us the game, though. That one might lose us the game. I can't believe they just had it the whole time. Sorry. I was too lazy. Yeah, Hercules and the frog. We called it. Sorry about that, chat. That's my fault. I just like, there's no reason to. I guess I can hold back my mana creep now, though. We did not draw any more zeros or any lands to do second Tezalt, which is super unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, I did misplay, right? I did order my top wrong as well. The workshop would have been pretty helpful. I think I'm gonna lose this game now that I made that mistake. Though I guess I couldn't attack into the frog anyways, right? So it doesn't actually change anything because this frog would have been a 4/5. So I actually didn't miss out on any damage. So, but I am gonna lose this game now, I think. I think double up would be really rough there. I don't know if you're allowed to do that. Scroll for Ancestral. Okay. Yeah, we lost. That's super sad. I don't know that my mistake changed this game, though. My opponent had the Hercules Recall, and they had the Frog, and they had the Ancestral, and they get to go pump to 5 and then pump to 6 and kill me. Because we didn't have the workshop for the needle. So it's my fault. It's my fault. The one choice I made in this game, which was a Sensei's top spin, like the one other choice besides the sequencing, I made a mistake on and lost the game because of it. That's crazy work. That's sad. That's super sad. They didn't pump. Don't know why they didn't pump. It's kind of odd. I don't know why they didn't pump. So they have max 7. Maybe they have a time walk in their hand. Do I play my mana crypt out to Tezalti? Yeah. I needed to put the workshop second card down. So it would have been the card I would have drawn the turn of Saga. I don't think I'm supposed to play the mana crypt, actually. I'm currently not dead on board, whereas with the mana crypt, I can be dead on board. And I can still pump up my Lotus, and then next turn have... Oh, but I want to have 2 attackers, though. It's so rough. I think I kind of have to play the mana crypt. Well, this way, if my opponent has a removal spell, I still just lose. So sad. I really didn't think they had a Hercules recall on their deck, so it is my fault. That one is one I did not expect. Null Rod. Mindbreak Trap. Maybe they just have another blocker. They have the Time Walk. Okay, that makes sense. That was the card I figured they had, so. Yeah, I mean, 2 major mistakes in this game cost us. The one spin, which didn't seem like a big deal at the time, was a huge deal. And then obviously the F6 prevented us from having some outs here, but I don't think the F6 mattered in terms of what my opponent had. They had Fatal Push, Ancestral, Time Walk. So I don't think that matters. Yeah, I mean, I was surprised he had a Hercules, but that's how that happens. I think the biggest, like, the F6 is whatever. The big thing is that missed spin. The missed spin is like a thing that could have been identifiable in a meaningful, like conceptually. So. Okay, here we go, round 2. We went back and looked at the last game, and yeah, if we had gotten the workshop in the right spot, we definitely we were definitely going to win from there because we get the needle back in play. We look back at the Sensei's top, and although I clicked the wrong one, Monolith first, and I couldn't undo because it's Magic Online, I still could have saved that play by spinning again and putting it Monolith, Workshop, and then Lotus on top. So there were some options to fix some of the MTGO only things here. Our opponent is on Lurrus. I believe they're on Lurrus Deathray Shaman from what I've seen in leagues. We've got a nice starting hand here. The turn 1 car. Let's see what we can do. So I'm gonna go Ancient Tomb, Pearl 1, Vault 2, Car 3, playing around Spell Pierce the whole way. I could have gone for a Raker line, but I think playing around Spell Pierce is like insane, so it seems like a nice way to play it. Sweet. Maybe they have Vigor. If they have Vigor, they just get my Pearl. They'll play out the Monolith then. So it's just like probably Vigor. Technically, you could have like an ancient. Yep, Vigor. All right. Do I also play around? I think I also need to play around Collector Oof, so I'm gonna play out this Flesh Raker as well. Obviously, Daze is bad for me here, and Mindbreak Trap is bad for me here, but all right, got forced. So my opponent had Force of Will and Force of Vigor and stopped my turn 1 Fantasticar. And then Ancestral. Okay, we are not winning tonight. My bad. It is not a winning stream. I did too much winning in a row, so it's time to do some losing. Jesus. Oh, 2 tops would have been lethal with the Raker, so. You're bad? True. So true. Meta is adapting. Bro, CRK is spouting the most copium I've ever seen of a human being. CRK is like, the meta is adapting. There's 4 Consigned to Memory and 4 Mindbreak Trap in all the blue decks. It's totally fine. Everything is going according to plan. The metagame is adapting. Whoa, look at this. These are nice. I think the ring is the next one up. If we don't get wastelanded or oof, there it is. Somehow I don't think this is going to resolve based on the way my opponent's playing this game. But I'll give it my best college try. Panic. Bro, I just asking you, CRK, to be like logical and unbiased. That's all I'm asking. Just be a little bit more logical and unbiased, man. Oh, man. All right. I'm just going to mute you if you're not going to be reasonable about this. You can come back in 10 minutes. I am taking a lot of damage from my Mana Vault and Ancient Tomb. Got forced. So my opponent two main deck Mind Break Traps, two main deck Force of Vigors. My opponent has cast four pitch cast forces in this game. All right. And we can still win this game. We still have winning chances in this game, which is the best part. Our opponent has the nut draw, and we have winning chances. All right, now we don't have winning chances. Okay, we had a good chance. So, Masticores and Defense Grids. And Dismembers, probably. I mean, it wasn't like a dream hand from them. They could have had the oof earlier, right? Like, they had the oof pretty late, but, you know, double force 7-card keep into Ancestral Recall is... It's a top tier draw. Doesn't get much better than that. I really don't like this here. Yes. Imagine playing this mirror with 4 Karns, Raven. Karnforge was a level above what this deck is doing. I don't think it's close. I was bringing in Grid, or sorry, Needle. I really don't like the sideboard plan for this matchup. That is a sick hand. It's actually not a sick hand because I can't actually weave in a car turn 1. Shit. All right, well, we'll have to go turn 2. I don't think I want to... Should probably probe and see what their hand is. Negation, pitch, seal of removal. Well, yeah, we could have probed. They have another Ancestral Recall hand and a Spell Pierce. Well, we can beat Spell Pierce. We're not gonna be able to beat Ancestral with no other force though. So see what they do. Underground Sea, go. Okay. Mana Crypt. Emerald. Car. They cast Ancestral. And then we have to dodge a Vigor or a Force. Or a Mindbreak Trap. But oh, it looks like we dodged the blue cards. Did we draw Vigor from the opponent? Doesn't look like it. The Ancestral did not save them. All right, so my opponent kind of has to have like Energy Flux or something. I guess even Energy Flux doesn't do it because they take 16. I can pay for 2, 3. So it'd have to be like a board clearing effect, some kind of Hercules Recall or something. All right, snuck through that one. Take that. I think that's like another, like, my opponent can't be more teched out for the matchup, and they still just die some percent, like some large percentage of the time. The thing is, like, when my opponents have Ancestral Recall in their best hands, like, that just means the match is close. It's not like those hands, like, blow you away. It just means the matchup's going to be close. We played against an Ancestral in all 5 games of this tournament so far, so. And we're close. We're splitting the matches. See what happens here. All right, Deathrite Shaman. So how do I want to sequence this? This is a very interesting question because I have a lot of options here. I think I want to sequence this. Tomb, Mana Crypt, Raker, Vault, Car, Mox. I want to get a Raker going here. But I could play around Mindbreak Trap by playing Car first or playing Car second is the thing I could do. So do I want to play around Mindbreak Trap, or do I want to like present Raker as a counterable card for them? Raker doesn't get negated for what it's worth. I think I'm still gonna go with my initial line of reasoning. Well, I'm definitely not playing around Daze with this line, though, is something to consider. But I think that's fine. All right, Force of Will, pitching Force of Negation on my Raker. Second spell, a second non-creature spell with Vault. Third non-creature spell with Fantasticar. And they have Mindbreak Trap. Okay. I can still flip one on the next turn. I could have waited. Waiting plays into oof, but I had Dismember, so I probably should have waited. I probably should have just played around Mindbreak Trap. That was probably just a mistake. I didn't have to go in there. The only reason, so like normally I think the heuristic is I have to go in there, but because I had the Dismember for a potential oof, I actually didn't have to go in there. So I think that's on me. I just made a mistake there. I feel like, oh, we're gonna win anyways. Okay, we're gonna win anyways. All right, my bad. Yeah, I don't know. Making mistakes doesn't matter. Does it even matter if you make mistakes, or do you just like kill them with cars? like playing bad doesn't matter. I played awful today. Well, this isn't even. Oh, this is a 50-50 though. This is a 50-50. I needed to play this Mox Opal out. I played badly twice and it didn't matter. Oh my god. I actually have to play this opal out. No, yeah, I have to play this opal out because my opponent can eat a spell, put me to 4, put me to 3, put me to 50-50, I die. But if I play the opal out, I can actually untap the mana ball. But they didn't even put me on the flip, so. Oh no, like how many bad choices can I make? I just made so many bad choices. No, my opponent is not attacking me, Pole. My opponent is draining me with Deathrite Shaman. For 2 damage. Oh boy. I need to... It's so hard to focus because it's just like really hard to care. Sorry. Obviously, it's not a very fun deck for me, so I gotta do better. Try next round to focus up. All right, welcome to round 3. I have found the solution. Do not worry, YouTube. I will play much more accurately with very few mistakes now that I have special drink. So here we go. On the play, probably a Raker Mirror. Yep. Look at that. That's a Karn. It's pretty good. How much mana is in this hand? Do I have enough to Karn and Ring? 2 mana, and then... Sorry, is it 3 mana, and then 4 mana, and then 7 mana. So I do not. It's probably just a Karn plus. Oh, it's not Raker. It's Chancellor of the Annex. Karn is still good against Chancellor, so... I actually could play through this with City, Lotus, Pay, Monolith, but that's not even that good, right? City, Lotus, Pay. I mean, I could just go City, Lotus, Pay, Karn. Well, I don't really want a Tour mods. My opponent is not on Reanimator 406. They're on Mono White Initiative. Masticore is pretty good against them for next turn. I think I like my plan. I think I like my plan of City, Lotus, Pay, Karn, plus. My opponent can have Ancient Tomb Void Mirror here, which would kill us. So maybe a reason to not use Lotus, but I don't know if we can actually make a play without using Lotus, so. All right, first let's take a look at what my opponent has for free. They have a White Plume Adventure, a Cavern, a Chancellor, and a Witch Enchanter. So they have nothing. I can either ring... So the thing I'm the most worried about is Void Mirror. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get an Argenta Masticore, and I'm going to put it into play. Because I can still lose to Void Mirror from this spot. Cavern. I'll just get rid of top. And then I'll go ring. Raw. Do I play City? Sure. Maybe I don't play City. Is there anything I can get that matters? I could Needle Wasteland. I guess my opponent can hit Ancient Tomb and then Witch Enchanter my Masticore is pretty good. And then I can't get another one because I went down too far on my Karn. So maybe a bad play. Maybe I should just plus the Karn. I can active player, non-active player. I should not stack abilities automatically right now. Okay, so they played the Witch Enchanter. I can, okay, because I can draw with my one, I can let the first trigger resolve, and then draw with my ring in response to the Masticore to get different choices. Because I would want to kill the White Plume Adventure with the Raker, and then go on from there. One more draw. All right, we turn one Karn, and turn one Karn is good. Confirmed. Can't misplay that. Except I kind of could have, so. All right, so we are on the draw against mono white. The biggest problem is our deck just can't beat a Void Mirror on the draw. And I don't think it's worth fixing that problem, so I am choosing not to fix it. I like Mindbreak Trap, not a lot, but Mindbreak Trap is fine. I like Masticore, I like Dismember, and I sometimes like Needle, but we'll see. I don't like Mental Misstep, Probe, Bobble, Chalice. Yeah, for the most part. I mean, technically, we could stand up. You know, there are corner case outs, but I did not find that you got to Talon Gates enough times with only 2 Talon Gates, and I wasn't gonna go like put 2 Talon Gates in the sideboard to bring in. I just thought it wasn't worth it. I haven't found that the mono white matchup is actually bad, so I chose to not respect the Void Mirror part. Gotta cut one more Magic the Gathering card. Yeah, I mean, if they win the die roll, it's going to be better for them, but just a key, probably. All right, I have a Dismember and a Saga Ancient Tomb, so this is a keep for me. All right, Mox Jet, Caracas, Void Mirror, Chalice, and Void Mirror. Okay. All right, well, we have Saga Ancient Tomb, so see if they have a Wasteland. Or Ancient Tomb, Witch Enchanter does it as well. They have nothing else. That's good for us. And we drew Academy. Nice Void Mirror. Nice Void Mirror. Be a shame if you just died. Yes. Void Mirror. No problem. And we can get a colored source, permanent colored source here. Let's get a Jet. And then we'll play a Tolarian Academy. Can we do a car here? I think we can just do a car here, right? Fantasticar. Manavolt. This gets countered, but who cares? And they're dead. Not bad. Yeah, I probably could have done something better. If I had not played... Well, I wanted to play around Mindbreak Trap. I guess I can't. I don't have to play around Mindbreak Trap. There's a Void Mirror. Yeah, I could have had an extra damage. My bad. I guess the alcohol did not make me... did not make me play better. Turn 3 kill through Void Mirror Chalice. No problem. All right, here we go. Round 4 versus our teammate DFA, who has been playing... I don't know if he's playing like a Beseech deck or an Oops deck or a Raker deck, but he's playing a Fantasticar deck. Our deck has... Our hand is really good, actually, with the turn 1 ring. It's very good in the Fantasticar mirror. And then if I don't get turn 1 ring, like if I don't get turn 1 card or something, I can go turn 1 Karn as well. So it's a good hand. Ancient Tomb. So it looks like the Raker mirror then. And then Tez. And then we're going to get Chaliced. Black Lotus. Oh, we're getting card. Okay. Okay. Oh, wait. No, he messed up because 1, 2, 3, 4. The card needed to be in play before this. Unfortunately, so like this is the exact line that I talked about in my Fantasticar video, actually. I talked about how Tezzeret does not always work as 2 spells because it costs so much mana to play Tezzeret. That being said, sure, I can do that for you. I deleted it. Never mind. Hold on. Here you go, Willie. Just for you. I don't know if we want to play Karn because he can just minus Tez and stand up Fantasticar and attack Karn. So I think I'd like to get a ring going. And I can go Ancient Tomb, Mox, Raker, Mox is 2, but I can't get up more. So, I could just play a Karn and plus the Karn and kill a Mox and make him attack the Karn. And then play a ring on the next turn. I just don't know that that's good. I don't think it's good. Should I use my city instead of my Ancient Tomb so I don't take 2 damage? I actually think I probably should. Another ring is really good. It means we can't die on the next turn. Okay, I assume he'll search for a top and a workshop and a top. That means this can be stood up every turn. So this card's not really going to do much unless we get some flyers in play. I'm lagging like crazy right now, chat. I need to restart after this. Okay, he's got top key, so he can draw more cards. Lattice doesn't beat the car. It's correct. I also don't have a Lattice in my board because I don't think it's that good. If you hold a 0 with the car, the Fantasticar, you can kill a Karn, even if you Lattice. I don't believe DFA is employing any of my tech to beat a ring. So I think we're safe to draw a bunch of cards this turn and then play another ring, hopefully. And then try to win on the turn after. So we did actually get creatures this turn, but we are ring protected. So I'm probably never playing a Karn in this game. So let's draw, bauble, draw, Monolith Workshop. So we're definitely starting with a Flesh Raker. And then we're going to play Key Draw. That is one of the worst draws I've ever seen. Okay. So it's probably just Monolith Bauble, new ring. But I guess we can start with ring and draw. See if we find tops. If we can play a card this turn, I guess it doesn't really do much. The problem is if my opponent finds a ring, and they have a lot of looks for a ring. So if we keep the old ring, we lose out on the ability to draw into a top kill, but we have a better chance of winning on the next turn because we'll have way more looks. The problem is we've already used 2 rings, and if our opponent gets a ring, I think we're actually in trouble. I didn't play the Aetherflux Reservoir or the Battlecopter in this match, so I don't have access to kill them at instant speed. I do have a Karn, so if I can like flip my own car and play a Karn, it's pretty well protected. So I actually think I'm going to keep the old ring to give myself a higher chance for next turn. And I'm going to hold the... I'm not going to hold the Bauble just because maybe it stops them on mana or something. My biggest fear here is with my opponent having a search and a top spin and a key that they find 1, a time vault, but also 2, a ring. And that's why I was thinking about playing the Reservoir or the Battlethopter, but it just seems so narrow. There are like ways to get through ring protection in red, like Spider Punk and the red ley line, but I don't think they're good. If my opponent finds a ring with this draw, then they have like a key. Oh, so they're gonna go look for another key. Basically, it just allows you to top kill your opponent on instant speed. So you can do it on their upkeep after their ring protection goes away. I think if my opponent doesn't find a ring, we have a high chance of winning. I think even if my opponent does find a ring, we have a decent chance of winning because we're going to draw so many cards and we have a Karn, but... Yeah, but like I don't think red is a reasonable thing to splash. I think the mirrors are incredibly about 1 ring. So Chalice on 1. Chalice on 1 is interesting. I can kill it with Karn though, so. Alright, so I draw with the ring. I draw with the ring. And then I have 2 rings. I don't have a top kill. But I can just start with a Raker. Oh, they never found a ring, so we can just win with Raker damage. They never found a new ring. I didn't really realize that, so we can just kill with Raker. You can also kill with Car. Like, oh, I just, yeah. I was like thinking about this entire turn about how I would play the turn if my opponent ringed me. And I'm actually not sure that this gets the job done against a ring here. So it makes a car and flips a car and plays a Karn, so maybe it's enough. So I think it's probably fine. I think we do beat a ring here if my opponent rings us. I was not even thinking about a turn where my opponent, like, didn't play a ring because it's just so easy. All right, so we won our... Did we win that on the draw? We broke serve in game 1. We've got... I need to restart my Magic Online. It's so laggy right now. Just give me a second here. Okay, so hopefully this comes back quick and we can do a quick sideboard. If you're 4 Talon Gates, I think you're fine to play a hole, but yeah, I wasn't on 4 Talon Gates, so I didn't even bother with a hole. All right, return to game. I got a minute and a half here. So I like Null Rods. I like Mindbreak Traps. I like Needle. And I don't like Chalice on the draw, Bauble on the draw. I don't like the extra city on the draw. I guess we can probably keep the extra city, actually. I think maybe we could take out the Saga instead. City's like better than Saga, right? Like Saga's never going to do anything. So maybe that just take the Saga out instead. And then a key and a... Another key? Like, what else am I taking out here? Oh, I forgot I put a second Opal in my deck. When did I do that? I can just maybe take an Opal out. So I'm going to take out Vexing Bauble and Chalice on the draw because I don't think they do anything. I'm taking out Saga because I think I want to trim a land, but I don't think I want to trim Simia Traders. Normally I would trim the Talon Gates here, but I don't know that Saga does anything in the mirror here. And then a key is an easy trim and an Opal is an easy trim. So let's try that. I think if you get null rotted, you're just like not ever winning. So unless you go like Workshop Car, in which case you don't actually care about Saga. I don't think like a Saga tokens ever like win a game because Raker just blocks them forever, right? Saga tokens feel pretty bad in this matchup. My opponent has Mold to 5. If my opponent had counted correctly with their card, do we think we would have won game 1? Just turn 1 Ring. Turn 1 Forge. I'm just going to trap that. Okay, sorry. All right, my bad. Okay, fucking hell. All right, Mystic Forge, everybody. Mystic Forge. Good God. Mystic Forge. Though the good news is we can at least play a ring this turn and hope it gets us there. My opponent has Raker Forge already, so it's probably going to be tough. Raker Forge and a top just draws through the deck, so. We do have a kill on the next turn if my opponent doesn't find a thing. And I can blind draw into my second Mindbreak Trap. Did I have enough to play Raker two tops? Then I just missed it. I don't know. What do you want from me? If I had it, then I missed it. Like, my opponent gave me one. I got to give them one back. I don't know. I was just focused on playing the ring. I didn't even think I had 2 tops in my hand. Did I draw a top per turn? Is that what happened? I can't focus on the game, chat. It's so boring. It's just shit, man. I can't play. All right, let's just go to the next game. This is not worth my time. It's just garbage Magic. There's just nothing interesting happening. Ugh. So I'm gonna take out the EE on the play here. And then I'll take out... God, I don't know. It's so hard to take cards out. I guess another key. I don't know. I just wanted to play a game 3 for chat, you know? Do it for chat. What the hell does this hand do? I don't know that this hand does anything. I mean, what would trap have been here? Not an opal, probably. Probably would have been a key. Doesn't do anything. I think I just play Flush Raker. Maybe I just play Tez Chalice. I don't even know. Like, Chalice is not even good against my opponent's deck. It's so frustrating. I don't even think Chalice is good here, but I'll go Chalice, I guess. I can't go Lotus because it's the same thing that my opponent happened to my opponent, right? It doesn't do anything. I think if I Rod, I just die. Like, I don't think my hand is good enough to beat my own Rod, so I don't think we're going to Rod. Do they just have Workshop Car kill me? At least I can maybe, like, if they go for a, I can maybe, like, maybe I can do something with Rod next turn. I don't know. It looks pretty bad. I don't want to mulligan this hand, but I don't know if this hand actually does anything. Forge again. I mean, Chalice is pretty good against Forge here. Can I please get like a 0-drop or something nice? Like a monolith or something? A ring. I could just play a ring. I could play a... now my Chalice is locking me out of getting freaking Lotus, man. I shouldn't have played the stupid Chalice. This is so bad. I shouldn't have played the Chalice. It was just a mistake, I think. Sucks. I can't search at all. My Chezzeret's at 2, man. Let's see how good their Forge is. I mean, Chalice is good against Forge, so... Tez can't untap the ring. I need to use the jet for mana. That's mental misstep in the mirror. That's good deck building. Good deck building. Please play like a ring or something, man. That works. Crap that. Top, they had kill. Not through ring, obviously, but... They're stuck here, though, so we have a turn to win here. We need to find a top, and we have it. If they don't have a Mind Break Trap, I guess. Karn. Needle Vault. Okay. Okay. How do I sequence this? My opponent can have Mind Break Trap. I could go Mana Vault, Car. I could go Manifold, Flesh Raker, Untap, Car, Needle, Rod. No, that runs into Mind Break Trap. Chat just wants me to get Mind Break Trapped. Manifold, Car, Untap, Karn, Null Rod. I can't get trapped. I think that's the play. Manifold, Car. Oh no, I don't have enough mana. Maybe I should just draw 3. I guess if I just do Needle and Rod, but like, is Needle good enough? I was trying to do Karn and Rod, but I don't have Karn and Rod mana. Maybe I should just draw cards. Can't play zeros, but I can play a land. I don't know that this was the best sequence. It was a sequence, but I'm not sure it was the best sequence. In case my opponent had Mind Break Trap, man. Do you want to lose for no reason? I hate Twitch chat. There's come on. Am I dead to Car here? Did I play a ring this turn? Did I fuck up? I'm dead here, right? I needed to leave back. Oh, yeah, I needed to leave back. I need to leave back a car. No, I guess I would have lost to the Talon Gates anyways. Could I have played around this? I mean, they have a Mystic Forge. They can easily have force. I mean, I got lucky. I think I played atrociously again. I think I played atrociously again. Let's go back and look. Let's go back and look. Let's go back and look. I feel like I played awful again. Let's take a peek. Let's go look. I don't know. The alcohol is not actually helping. Who could have seen this coming? Okay, let's go look. So obviously we lost. We should have won game 2 here because I just needed to play. Oh, I drew top for a turn and just didn't reevaluate. Okay, cool. So that's fine. So do we like... Do we like Tez Chalice? I know I was complaining about Tez Chalice, but I think I still like Tez Chalice. All the other lines here look awful. we GG's. We played some games of Magic here at DFA. I don't think we played well. I think we. Oh. Okay, we're gonna go over this game 3 because I think game 3 is the most interesting. Because in game 1, if you had sequenced this correctly, we probably just can't win. And then in game 2, if I had simply played, I just didn't. I didn't realize I drew a second top, and I just didn't play the win. So let's just look at game 3 because we know what happened in game 1 and 2. So I have this hand, which I don't want to put away because I think it's like got enough spells that matter, right? And I don't like playing Raker because it doesn't do anything. I don't like playing Car because it's not doing anything. I like playing Tezzeret Chalice, even if I don't think Chalice is good in general against the deck. Like, it does stop from things. So yeah, I think the Needle postboard is insane because it lets you Tezzeret for specific things. Like if your opponent has a 1-ring and you don't have a 1-ring. The Needle has been incredible. I would not board the Needle in. So I played Tezzeret and I searched for Chalice and I played Chalice. I think that's fine. I don't like, obviously it hurt me a lot here because I couldn't go get a Lotus next turn, but so you played Forge and then I have a ring. And so what are my options here? My options here are Raker go, Null Rod go. It's just ring. Needle could be main decked. It absolutely could be main decked. If Needle might be better than playing the main deck engineered explosives. It's absolutely possible. I don't know why you guys are harping on the Mind Break trap. The Mind Break trap is fine. It's just always going to be good. There's like no times where it's like gonna be like, if they have the exact like car draw or whatever, then yeah, sometimes it's bad. But like, I'm gonna play Mind Break Trap on the draw and on the play in the mirror. Like that's what I'm going to do. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. I'm okay with that. But I'm playing Mind Break Trap on the play and the draw in the mirror. So I think the only play here is ring. So we did that. Let's play ring. And we drew misstep. So we're like pretty insulated. We shouldn't die. Well, obviously we can't die because we have a ring, but we shouldn't get like overwhelmed by this Forge with trap and misstep. So that's good. Needle, this is why Needle's good in the mirror, because like my opponent doesn't have a 1-ring and I have a 1-ring, and he can answer my 1-ring with a Tez for a Needle or a Needle for 1 mana. So super good, right? So easy misstep. Key comes down, which is quite good for my opponent, but I can't do anything about that because I already used my misstep. Untaps, plays Raker, have to Mind Break Trap that, in my opinion. I'm not going to leave that lying around. And then follows up with top. And so now we have top Forge, but we can't go any further because there's a Chalice. So this is my turn here. We need to figure out how to best play this turn. We need to figure out how to best play this turn. Because we don't have a ring, but we exposed ourselves to Fantasticar 4 spells in a very bad way. So how do we play around? I want to play 2 cards that stop my opponent from using their things. And I want to not die to... I want to not die to Car. So what do we do on this turn? Because this turn is interesting. There's a lot of things we can do. Because we can draw 3 more cards, but then we lose out on a bunch of mana. And I want to try to play around Mind Break Trap if possible. There's a very real chance my opponent has a Mind Break Trap on the top of their deck that they wanted to leave there. They could draw with top. They could have just already had a Mind Break Trap in hand. I want to play a turn that's like pretty resilient to Mind Break Trap. But I also want to be pressuring my opponent. So how do we play this turn? I went Volt, Car, Needle, Rod. I was hoping to go Karn and Rod. So, like, maybe this line is fine, but I didn't attack correctly. Let me look at my attacks. So the problem with going for the Raker line is if you have a Mind Break Trap, it's like Stone Cold, the Mind Break Trap, right? Are you looking for a Raker car win? I think we have a Raker car win. I think if we have a Raker car win, then it gets hit by Mind Break Trap, right? But maybe we should still have done it. So if we go Mana Vault, Raker, untap Mana Vault, Car gets hit by Mind Break Trap, and then we don't have a very powerful play. We have just Karn, Null Rod, right? So like the reason I played Car second is so I didn't get Mind Break Trapped. So what if we went Mana Vault, Car, untap Mana Vault, Flesh Raker? Then if Flesh Raker gets Mind Break Trapped, it's really bad for me, right? So that's not going to work. That's not going to work here. I think we need to do the due diligence of not playing a line that is bad against Mind Break Trap. If I go Null Rod after Raker, you stand by your line of Volt, untap, Needle, Karn. I don't like that line. Volt, Karn, wait a turn? I don't like that at all. We almost died, chat. There's no waiting a turn. If my opponent plays Car, we just die. Karn doesn't do anything. Needle doesn't do anything. Like we had a very real chance of dying. I know, that's why I'm trying to find a better line, but like giving them a turn isn't a better line. Volt, Raker, get top. I don't know. Is that? What about just like drawing 3 cards? I have no idea. Like, if we do my line, do I have a better attack is like the thing I'm the most interested about. So like in this line, can I make this attack better? Can I attack with 2, put my opponent to 10? That way I can't die on the swing back. That's what I'm more interested about. I think this is like, I think my line is good. There's just like no way I'm leading Raker turn 1 in this game. You want me to go on turn 1 in this game here and just go Raker go? Wait, what is even your kill? You want me to go Raker go, and then you're going to go Tezzeret. What is your kill here? Tezzeret. Oh, Tezzeret, Lotus, Car, Null Rod. Yeah, I mean, we could do that. It's a pretty, it's pretty dicey. I don't know. Like, yeah, I mean, it is. That's a thing. Let's go back to the line I chose. So, like, with the line I chose, I shouldn't have attack with all my things, right? For sure. For sure, I was only... Like, I think this is a thing I keep doing, and I keep seeing people do. I think attacking with all 4 constructs is wrong a lot of the time. If we play Raker turn 1 and our opponent plays Car and hits us off of our Ancient Tomb, we actually can't kill them on turn 2 CRK. Right? So attack all here turns off Tomb. That's a very reasonable point. So was that actually the reason we won is because we turned off Tomb? Because he went Car... Yeah, maybe we might have won because we turned off Tomb, though. And then if we had 16 power... So if we had hit them to 10. Shit. Yeah, but is that even right? Hashtag? I don't know. Like turning them off tomb is a big deal, right? Turning them off tomb is huge. But it's not huge if they just like have another land, but they probably don't have another land because they've been forging. I literally can. Yeah. But like, am I winning if they car? Like, I'm not winning if they car, right? I guess I am because I have a Tezzeret and I can Tezzeret alt. So I guess I am winning. So they can't Raker combo me. They can't car kill me. I have Tez alt. So yeah, maybe attack with 2. This is I think a really important point, which is why we're discussing it, because I think attacking with all, like, you have so many constructs and they do so much damage that I don't think you're supposed to attack with all of them. It's kind of, I don't know that I would have known. So like, I also don't know if I would have held 2 back. Leaving 2 back still dies to gates. I don't think it does, right? I take 12. Oh no, it does because I died a ring. So 2 back doesn't even help. Shit. Okay, then attack all has got to be the best. But maybe we're not playing around gates, which is what I was saying. Like, I don't know that I would have said it. No, all right. You're just an hour. Because there's one situation in one game where you have an interesting turn does not make the gameplay good, CRK. Oh my God. I can't take this copium, man. $16. So are we even winning if we take 4 damage? We Tez ulti. Is that even winning? Okay. Either way, like, the point is, I think we should be thinking about on our attack. Like, the main point is think about on your construct attacks, if your opponent constructs you back, how is the best way to play around it? I think that's the most important thing that we're trying to stress here. So we'll leave it there. Obviously, there's a lot of different ways you can play this turn out. I don't think we made a bad choice. I think our sequence played around Mindbreak Trap in a meaningful way and restricted the opponent in a meaningful way with Needle plus Rod. If they had a Mindbreak Trap for either Needle or Rod, we had like good things here, right? Like, it would be hard for the opponent to do well through both of those. I think this overall, this line is pretty good, but I think the attack was bad. So that's why I wanted to review it. Okay, on to round 5 of this challenge. Obviously, today's been a mess. So hopefully we don't top 8 and I have a clickbait and get people who are new to the channel. I'm actually really happy because my 250 videos are quite good videos, like holistically, like good things happen. For the most part, good plays happen. The streamer's not on tilt the whole time. The streamer, you know, those things. Today has been a mess. Just played awful today, obviously. And yeah, we're just gonna keep plowing through and try to finish this with a good record. Obviously, we're doing well because our deck is broken, but we're here in round 5 now. And our opponent was last seen playing Jewel, which I think is an abysmal matchup for our deck. And we can talk about why during the match if it happens. But for now, this hand is awful, so we're gonna mulligan. This hand is not very good either. I don't think Jewel needs cars. I think Jewel just like doesn't trigger cars as well, and Jewel already wins heads up against Raker, so. I don't think Car is good in blue decks as far as I've tested, so. I don't believe we have turn 1 Karn here, Brian. That one might be the Gin and Tonics talking. As Mishra's Workshop does not cast Karn. Be pretty good if it did, though. I'm going to keep this hand, though. I don't really want to go lower on the draw. So, I'm going to try keeping. Oh, Wasteland. Okay, so what is this matchup, then? Ah, Sphere Shops. I have not actually played a Sphere Shops matchup yet. I'm interested to see how this goes. Let's do it. Academy's a good draw against Sphere Shops. So I like Workshop, Pearl, Time Vault. Try to get cards in play for my Academy. I don't think spinning top is as good. I kind of want to incentivize a Wastelands. So yeah, let's go Pearl. I think playing Tap Vault is actually better than playing top and spinning. I think it's better. You guys don't think it's better? I think getting the 3-mana card in play is really good. It means we have a lot of like possible wins. It helps us get the Academy down, and if we get Wastelanded, it's easier for me to cast top after. They named Urza's Saga on Petrified Hamlet, then played Mana Vault and wasted my Workshop. Okay. I am CRK now. I am CRK now. I'm CRK now. Who was doubting me on playing Time Vault on turn 1? Where are the doubters? I know you're out there, doubters. Sensei's top spin. Get the fuck out of here, man. Untapping the vault is crazy, Solely. No shot I'm ever untapping the vault there. No way. No chance. All right. So I'm gonna bring in. What am I gonna bring in here? I've never played this matchup, so maybe Needle and Trap and Masticore. I'm definitely gonna take out Misstep and Probe, and I guess E could be okay here. Chalice, Bauble. Don't know that E is good, but it could be good. I also don't know if my opponent has any cards of their own in Sphere Shops. Like, you could theoretically play some number of cards in Sphere Shops. It's not unreasonable. It doesn't work like as well as Raker, but you could play some cards. Don't know. Take out 1 key, and we'll roll like this. Try that. I don't know. I haven't played this matchup at all. Zero games in like 50 games. So yeah, we could take out an Opal too. Yeah, that's probably fair. I keep forgetting I have 2 Opals in my deck. I forgot I made that change. I think this hand is not good. My opponent is very likely to either Null Rod me or Sphere me on turn 1, and I won't be able to play any spells. So I'm going to mulligan this hand. I'm keeping that hand. I am... Ooh, this is interesting. Do I get rid of a land? I don't know. Can someone unban CRK? I did too long. I was too mad at him. CRK. What is it? CRK MTGO? CRK. Okay. I unbanned CRK. He's back. Anyways. I chest knighted him. So I don't want to bottom Opal because it gives... I think I just have to get rid of the Tomb. Feels weird, but... No, maybe I'm supposed to get rid of the Tezzeret. Maybe the Tezzeret's worse than the Tomb. Are you going to turn 1 Null Rod me? Oh, wait a second. Can we still do it? So if I play Workshop, Mana Crypt, 4 mana. No, wait, Workshop, Mana Crypt. No. So what do we do? So I go Workshop, Mana Crypt is 4 mana. So there's no way for me to do it here. So I think what we do is Workshop, Mana Crypt, Car. And then maybe next turn we do it. And even if we can't do it, it still attacks. So Tolarian, 4 mana. 4 mana Trinisphere. Okay, so we're on the attacking plan here. That doesn't win right away. But it is very good. It is very good. Let me think about this for a second. I think we just go Mox and Time Vault. Yeah. Mox. Time Vault. 4. Sully, what are you talking about? None of those are legal choices. Wasteland. Wastelanded. Go. Do they have Hardcast Trap here? They don't, right? It costs 5. Oh, they do have Hardcast Trap here. They have Hardcast Trap here. That makes me want to just play Opal. Oh, wait, there's a Caracas. It's a legendary. Oh, no. Well, I can't attack first and see if he bounces it because I have to wait for him to tap out. I can't bait the Caracas without casting a spell. It's fine. It's fine. I have 2 keys, so I can play a key on this turn and a Tez on the next turn. Everything is fine. I needed the extra mana for the key anyways. Yeah, they have the Hardcast Trap. Man, I'm so good. I'm so good at figuring it out. It's crazy. I knew it right away. I knew it based on just the way they played their turn. I'm not untapping the Vault. I have so many active spells. I'm not untapping the Vault. Is this enough to... It's not enough to fair and do it, so... I'm not untapping the Vault. If I untap the Vault and my opponent null rods me, Sully, you're... No! This card costs 1 more... No, no! I can't... I need to draw a land that plays Tezzeret. No, it wouldn't have been good. You're wrong. You're not. It's not true. Oh, God. You're just giving them more turns to null rod you. Ugh. Damn it. I can't cast this spell. I think we lose this game now because I can't beat Caracas plus null rod. This is just going to get wastelanded without being able to produce mana. That's so frustrating. Crazy game. Wait. 1, 2, 3. If they don't wasteland, we can do it. If they simply just like don't wasteland me, it's fine. Come on, 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 come on. Fuck. Unlucky. Ancient Tomb? No. We were close. We were close. I should have played another top out. Whatever, it's fine. My opponent's gonna get to null rod me at some point, and I just won't be able to play. This game was super close. They had just enough hate. The hard cast mind break trap was the only reason we didn't win, right? If we had bottom Tez instead of Ancient Tomb in this game, yeah, for sure. The fact that the Caracas bounced the car was a problem. For sure. I don't think I want Chalice or anything, so. I don't know that I like this Engineer Explosives either. No, we could not have done any of those things. Oh, you mean if we could have played the Tez instead of the key? Yeah, we probably could have played the Tez instead of the key. That would have been a better order to play around top deck sphere. You're right. If we had played Tez instead of key first, that would have got there for sure. I feel like that's enough mana to keep, right? Saga, Academy, Top Spin. It doesn't get there? Why not? Oh no, because there's a Trinisphere. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't change anything. There's a Trinisphere, right? Well, it does. No, because I had 4 mana. No, I feel like it does. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, no, I think I did it in the wrong order, so it's fine. I'm gonna keep this hand. I don't know if it's correct, but I think I'm supposed to go. How am I supposed to order this? Am I supposed to get my top trapped? Seems kind of bad. But I can draw like good cards. Fuck. I don't know. Like I want I'm gonna lose this game. It was a bad play. This was a bad play. Yeah, I'm gonna lose now. All right, my bad. I threw this. I don't know. I just don't want to play any more Magic. I think I'm just gonna end the stream after this. it's just so dumb. It's just not fun. I have to draw 2 spells to do this. I just like don't know that I'm gonna be able to draw enough spells to attack enough times with the car. Could be worried about Crucible though. I think I'm supposed to play a car here because of Crucible. I'm not bad at this game. I'm just... That's actually an insane draw. I think I use both the spells on this turn so that I can stop getting Strip Mine locked. I think I just go get a Needle on Strip Mine. Maybe that's bad, and they just have a Wasteland anyways, but... What up, humans? I am playing abysmally, and I'm a little tipsy, and I'm not having fun. That's what's going on. And we're winning because our deck is broken. I mean, if they don't draw Caracas like Golos, it's probably still fine. We do need to draw spells on every turn, though. I guess we have Tezzeret, so not on every turn. Just on some of the turns. Oh, should I have done an extra 1 damage? Fucking hell. I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh, what? I wasn't F6'd? Alright, well, never mind. It will matter if my opponent Ancient Tombs. Okay, they just have Academy. Fantasticar number 2 is fine. Keep that one. No. Oh, I would have increased the clock. It's fine, man. Our it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Wait, if we don't draw a spell, though. Oh, let's go get a spell. None of these things matter, right? Well, not if I don't draw the spell, then the clock didn't change. The clock didn't change if I didn't draw a spell there, yes? Agreed? Agreed? There's a null rod, so I just need to find a spell off the top and I win. It's fine. I don't have to play well. I don't have to do anything. GG. Fantasticar beatdown. I'm so... This is dumb! This is the worst Magic I've ever played. I'm playing awful. I'm making no correct decisions. Nothing matters. Oh... Game 2, I could have played both Time Vault and Key on turn 1 and 1. On turn 2 and 1. I don't know if this is going to become a video on YouTube. Maybe it's just a Twitch chat only thing. Like, it's... I don't know if we're allowed to put this on YouTube. Okay, if this makes it on YouTube, congratulations. You're watching historic content. Senpai pointed out here that I could have played both Time Vault and Key in the same turn here, which I didn't because I'm bad and drunk and all those other things. But you can go Key and then Mana Crypt, untap, and play Time Vault. Never mind. Yeah, but like play both of them here, then they have to have no rod to beat us. All right, welcome back, Vintage Gamers, to round 6 of this Vintage Challenge. Against all odds. Against my better attempts to make us not 4-1, we are still somehow 4-1. I don't really know how that's possible, to be honest with you. But I do know that if I was a better Magic player, we would definitely be 5-0, so that's something. Currently, we have decent breakers, actually, because apparently last round we got paired up into the 4-0 Sphere Shops player, so our breakers are not too bad. So if we lose this, we might have a chance of breakering into top 8, but we can win this and lock top 8. So we're up against Tanak, who has played Raker and Sphere and stuff. I'm on the draw, unfortunately, which is really bad, but I think I'm just going to keep this hand as it has pretty close to a Raker combo and some amount of disruption. So City of Traders. So Raker Mirror. Can I get a misstep target here? Or are we getting a Monolith? We're pretty bad against a turn 1 car here. Our hand is not good against turn 1 car. Ruby. Mox. Ring. Ring-a-ding-ding. See, this is the spot where I wish I had a needle in the main. I think I want a needle in the main. I think at next time, I'm going to swap a needle for this engineered explosives. I think that's a good idea. Because I don't even know if we can beat this here, realistically. But, A needle would be pretty good. That is even better. Even better. So I can't. So I could. I could go. Can I get a Raker and play first? So if I were to go Ancient Tomb, Monolith, Raker, Ring, Tezzeret, Lotus, Karn? Let me do the math here. Ancient Tomb, Monolith, Raker, Ring, 3 mana, Tezzeret, Lotus, or even like Mana Crypt Karn, Lotus Karn. I think so. What if I go Ancient Tomb, Ring, Mono? Yeah. I think so. Yeah. Okay. I just need to play both monoliths. I need to play both monoliths so that I have the mana to play Ring, right? Hopefully I don't get main deck Mindbreak trapped. My opponent is not F6'd. But I'm not going to play around Mindbreak trap here. I'm going to try to play the best play I can make, you know? I think playing around main deck Mindbreak trap would be pretty insane. Okay, so maybe I don't search so that I can get a top later. So I think I'll just untap Monolith and play Karn. Then I'm just going to kill something, probably. I could get Needle or Lantern. I don't think so. I think I just want to keep this thing high. Well, drawing the Karn saved that. Drawing the Karn saved that turn for sure. I don't think this turn was going to be very good without the Karn. I should not F6. I have a freaking mental misstep. All right, so chat, focus. I can top 8 this event. I need to at some point tonight I have to lock in. Surely at some point tonight I will lock in. No more F6ing. I agree. No more F6ing tonight. I'm not unbinding the key, but no more F6ing. Uh-oh. Are we just going to get card? No, we can't get card here. They'd have to have so many zeros. No. Okay. So what do we want to do? We have Tezzeret get a key. We don't really have... Let me figure it out, man. Let me figure it out. I think we're probably plussing Karn so that our Karn doesn't die. And we're just going to go minus Tez and get a key and try minus Tez and get a top and try to find more tops. No Lattice, because I don't think Lattice is necessary. Also, Lattice is really bad here because they're Fantasticar. They can cast zeros and then kill your Karn. So, like, this is why Lattice is actually not good. Like, this is actually a prime example of why you don't want to play Lattice. Because if your opponent untaps and plays a Moxen and attacks your 4 toughness Karn and kills your Karn, then your Lattice didn't do anything. Did we just broke serve, right? We broke serve? We did break serve. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right. I got traps, needles, and null rods. Saga is out. What else was I taking out? Oh, Chalice, Bauble, Key. What was the 5th card we took out? An Opal? It was an Opal. All right, that works. Run it back. Chat, would you still watch me if I was a good streamer? Would you still watch me if I was good at Magic? Why Saga out? It's a 1-mana colorless landlog. It doesn't do anything. You just don't play. Like the null rod is weird because like you don't ever really want to play it, but sometimes you just have to play it. You know. I don't know that this hand is very good. I'm not sure that this hand is good. If we could cast Raker, this hand would be good. We could play turn 1 ring. This hand would be good. There's a lot of chances of being turn 1 ring here, right? We have 10, 11, 12, 16 chances at turn 1 ring. I kind of think this hand isn't good. But I could, like... Oh, let's try it. It's on the draw. Like, we can't be too picky, right? The problem is, like, are we going to win the game if we null rod? That's the problem. The null rod isn't always good, chat. It's, like, sometimes good. It depends on, like, what they have and what they do. But we have options here. Like, we can not null rod. We could needle, like, a Tezzeret and keep a top going. Like, we have some options. And, like, we do have a ring on turn 2, and we have outs for ring on turn 1. I think it's a keep. Let's see what they got for us. Workshop. Sapphire ring? We can needle the ring. We can, you know, that's pretty good. All right. Like, this isn't even that bad, right? I don't want to null rod yet because... I mean, I have to definitely stop the ring, so... See if they mental misstep me. I think I'm going to put the needle in the main. I think I'm going to put the needle in the main. One. Like, it's not bad in other matchups either. Like, it's good against Wasteland decks. It's good against Bazaar. It's findable off Tez. I don't want to skip my turn here. I want to play a Sensei Stop. I feel like going a null rod here is too much. Okay, they have nothing else. Hezi. Hmm. 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 Shit. Should I just play Workshop Ring? So that next turn I can get Tez? Or should I just spin? I guess I can spin and still play Ring. So I guess we should just spin. Or do I want to hold Ring for when they... Oh. Okay. Oh, God. I think I go Monolith Raker. Play around Mindbreak Trap a little. And then next turn we can go for par, maybe. I could actually go Soul Ring instead of Monolith because I have a floating mana. Okay, I think I'm supposed to go. What if I just play the One Ring instead? So that I can't die? But, like, what am I gonna die to? I wanna try to play around Mindbreak Trap a little bit. I want to try to play around Mindbreaker Trap a little bit, chat. And then, like, next turn, I want to play Car before Trap is online. Workshop. I guess I could just go for... I just, like, isn't Top so bad against Mindbreak Trap, chat? Like, I feel like that's, like, a losing, right? Like, if I go Tez and just search for Top... When I can beat Mindbreak Trap with a Car. No. This shit. I'm not playing this game. I'm not letting chat ruin this for me. I deserve to be here. Fuck! I got commandeered. Okay, that's fine. They were on Jewel. But that's not a big deal. We just play a ring this turn, and then next turn we go top double thing, and we're fine. I shouldn't play around Mindbreak Trap now, though, right? Well, I can have my Tezzeret could die, so I should just wait. Whatever, who cares? So they have to have another counterspell after using Commandeer, Force on my Car. Which seems unlikely. I should probably use Workshop mana. This Commandeers out of Jewel have not looked good, chat. These Commandeers have looked awful. I'm the greatest. I am the best Magic the Gathering player of all time. I can play at 5% capacity. I can't do this with a straight face. This is so dumb. All right. Okay, welcome to our very first ever Vintage Challenge Top 8 with the Fantasticar Raker Shops. We are rematching versus our round 5 opponent, Shikamaru, who was playing Sphere Shops, Null Rod, Sphere Resistance, that kind of thing. Chat thinks it might be kind of a challenging matchup on the draw here, and we are the 5th seed versus the 4th seed, so we are on the draw. I've got a lot of mana here. Obviously, we're weak to a Null Rod, but we're going to keep this. This would be an easy game 1 win on the play, but on the draw, we're going to need to draw Workshop. If we draw Workshop or a mana next turn, we can get our car through this, so... It's not over yet, but depending on what they play here, it could definitely be over. Patchwork, Wasteland. All right, I mean, a Workshop still wins this game. I think I'm just supposed to keep this hand. Like, I think it's too good to pass up. Academy again. Nettlesys. Do we beat this now? Yeah, I mean, we still have a Workshop out. Unlucky. Close. Oh, I think we're fine against turn 1 Sphere. That's why I kept it. I don't think we can, like, mull based on turn 1 Rod. This is dead. But turn 1 Rod, we're not even dead to turn 1 Rod. Like, we have outs. Like, if we draw this Ancient Tomb right after the city, like, it's not bad. I'm keeping this hand. If I lose, I lose. I think that's okay. It feels bad, for sure, but, like, I think that's part of the game. Okay. What were we doing in this matchup chat last time? We brought in Masticore and we brought in Needle. And we took out EE, Misstep. I think I'm going to leave in one of the... We didn't get to play on the play, right? We can take out, like, Chalice and Bobble on the draw. But on the play, maybe we want to keep them in. Don't know if that's even true. I don't really like... Chalice on 2 is pretty good here, actually. I might just only play the Chalice and not the Bauble. And on the draw, we'll play Mindbreak Traps, I think. Does this Chalice on 2 or no? So I go Workshop, Monolith, Tez, Pearl, Chalice on 2. Is that good? That'd be good, right? It gets Mindbreak Trapped, but I don't think we're playing around that. Yeah, no, I'm not kicking myself over that first keep. I think the first keep is powerful and has wins based on what hands they keep, and has even has outs to the null rod. So, all right, Workshop, Monolith, Tezzeret, Pearl. Oh wait, I can't play Chalice on 2. What am I talking about? Only if I do it next turn. Oh, I'll just get a Chalice and play it. I can get a top, I guess. What am I talking about? I was thinking I was untapping my Monolith, I guess. Oh yeah. Would I have maybe I just play Chalice on 0 then? Bobble. I don't think Bobble's that good here. Like, I don't think Bobble or Chalice are that good here. I think I'm just gonna get a Sensei Stop. I mean, I might still keep this hand anyways, chat. Like, this hand is still turn 1 non-trappable Tezzeret with a bunch of lands to play through Wasteland. Like, I might not play this top into the Mindbreak Trap. No, I'm not, just kidding. I'm playing the top into the Mindbreak Trap. I cut the bobble, yeah. I don't think the bobble is very good, so I cut it. What is this? Stone coil. Okay. All right. Mana vault. Pop. How about our one ring? That's really, really bad for me. That's so bad. Oh, I think our run is ending here. Double workshop trap hand, huh? Another Agolos. It's fine. Skolos and Sphere. Wow. I just like don't think I'm supposed to play around trap. I don't know. I could have held my top. And they just null rod me. I feel like I want to get my spin in before I get null rodded, right? It's not bad. Don't think it's fast enough, but that's a playable spot. That's really rough. They keep having the Academy Fair stuff. Is this going to be a null rod then? But they're not currently beating Saga. Unless they have a needle that they can needle Saga. They have needle, they can needle Saga. Jesus. Okay. Brutal. I can still draw a ring, but it's getting a little dicey now. I kind of bullied here. Being on the draw is what lost me the game, though, right? Like, if I'm on the play, I instantly win game one. So, the difference of a win and loss was 1.11% breakers. Right, I'm dead. We're probably unfavored on the draw. Yeah, like I said, I think I'm keeping the first hand. It's unfortunate that it doesn't work sometimes, but I think the first hand I'm keeping. The second one, if I had realized I couldn't chalice on two for whatever reason, I still think I might keep it. Like, let's take a look. Like, I think it's still pretty keepable. I don't know. Like, this hand's pretty good against... This hand's pretty good against... like, Wastelands and Spheres. And Null Rod. Like, not really Null Rod, but... I might put this back. The fact that I can get a top, and if it gets trapped, and I get another artifact on the next turn, I can get another top, is, like, pretty freaking good, though, right? Like, that's a lot of looks. I just didn't have anything in my top cards. Like, what am I looking for here, though? A car is not that great. It's just a ring, right? Or a Raker, I guess. Or a Forge. It's kind of narrow. I don't know. I could be convinced that this is a mulligan for sure. This one, though, I like this keep, I think. Like, obviously, it's not good against Null Rod, but even against Null Rod, it can win. If we draw a land in the first 2 turns and they don't have a wasteland, or we just draw exactly Workshop, we can just 16 them at any point here. If they have a sphere, it's not even that bad, right? It's like it's very similar to the last match we played against them, where we go City, Crypt. It's not great. Maybe a Ruby as well, and then on the next turn we look to. Still gonna be close. I don't know. Maybe this is not as clear cut as I thought it was. What's the difference between this hand and the other hand that we kept against them? Where they were around 5, right? This one. What's the difference? Well, this one I should have kept the Ancient Tomb, not the Tezzeret, I guess. That was pretty bad. I guess the difference is there was a workshop instead of a. The difference is a workshop instead of a city. That's the difference. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so we top 8'd. Obviously, I don't feel like we should have top 8'd because I think this may have been one of the single worst skill displays from a pilot from this stream almost ever. But this deck is really strong and it makes up for that a lot of the time. So I don't know that I'd have a lot of changes to make with the deck. I think this Opal slot can be changed. This Engineering Explosive slot can be changed. I do think the Mental Misstep was worth it. I do really like how the Mental Misstep played. I liked not having Talon Gates and having an extra City of Traders. I thought that was pretty good as well. So I'm looking to maybe play around with the Engineered slot and the second Opal slot. I'm liking the idea of maybe putting a needle in the main so that you have a little. I'm just like trying to make as many ways that we can keep our deck very solid, but still be able to beat the mirror on the draw. Like have ways to win the mirror on the draw. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking about right now. If I think the land run is going to be less Raker and more blue players, then I will probably want these to be defense grids in the main. But when we're on Magic Online and we think there's going to be a lot less blue players, I think it makes sense to not have any defense grids in the main and just bring your defense grids in post board. If we do move a needle to the main, it means we free up a sideboard slot for either the 4th defense grid, the 3rd Masticore, the Lattice, a 3rd trap. I don't want to have like too many traps because I don't want to like dilute my deck to the point where I can't do the powerful thing, right? We even saw that a little bit with just like the one time I had the misstep and the trap, right? I didn't have a powerful like proactive play, but it did give me what I needed to get through DFA and like stop him from doing something broken. So yeah, those are the things I'm thinking about right now. I think the rest of this is like you're not going to change a lot of this, right? Like you're not changing this. You're not changing this. You're not changing this. You're not changing this. You're not changing this or this or this or any of these. Probably. Or this. And at least this. So like I think these are flexible. And this is flexible. This is what I'm thinking right now. I'm thinking that you're not allowed to change 51 cards in this deck. I think there are 51 cards locked, and these 9 cards are the ones you're allowed to change. And I don't think I would change this, or I mean, like this should be a land of some kind. I don't think I would change this. I like these 6 are the more flexible ones. So the sideboard is super flexible though. I don't think any cards in the sideboard are like must-haves. I probably wouldn't, I probably wouldn't get rid of these 3. And I probably wouldn't get rid of these. I probably wouldn't get rid of these because of mono white. And I think you have to at least 2. So I guess these 6 cards, I think, are the most flexible ones in your sideboard. So that's how I'm feeling about the deck right now. I was actually kind of low on the deck today because I did so poorly in leagues. But now I'm really high on the deck again because, like I said, I think the deck mostly carried me today. I would say I had a very bad performance, and the deck was so good that it didn't matter. Would be how I would describe a lot of those games. And I do think it's evident that there is important gameplay and sequencing decisions when you play this deck. It's not like you herp derp all over the opponent, right? Like, it's not, sometimes that is the case with Carr, but playing around Mindbreak Trap is very meaningful. Making sure that you're maximizing Tez triggers and Raker triggers is very meaningful. Making sure that you are sequencing your lands to play around Wasteland is very meaningful. And then obviously the mulliganing is very odd. It's super odd because this deck has a large range of keepable 7s, but you are so pressed for time because of the mirrors and the decks that are good against you are turn 1 combo decks that you kind of want to mulligan some of your keepable 7s, but then the deck doesn't mulligan super well. Like, you need a certain amount of action and mana. So it's a very odd mulliganing decisions. So that's how I'm feeling. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, or this, well, if you're on YouTube, the video, and if you're on Twitch, the stream, because it was a mess and I wasn't enjoying all of it. But I think we turned it around and made it as happy as we could. And I think I'm going to do another one tomorrow, as long as it's raining outside. If it's not raining, there's a charity walk I want to go to. But if it's raining, I will stream the 1 p.m. challenge. So that would mean that we'll get 2 more Fantasticar videos onto the YouTube channel. I did say earlier today that I didn't think I was going to do any more Fantasticar content because I was kind of off of it. But I did order them for the land run. And I don't know. I would not be confident that anything changes on Monday. So getting my Fantasticar reps in for you, the viewer. More Fantasticar every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll see you then.